Yeah, very good morning or good afternoon if you are watching from Asia. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from. And I was so excited for this day after the long weekend because so many things happened actually before the long weekend in the US that I was so excited if the market now picks up and start where it's went for the last couple of months, and this is up, or we just continue this downwards trend. And it seems that we are using furthermore this downtrend because the Nasdaq as of this morning is down, guys. Okay, so we will talk about so many things, and that's why I first of all want that you let me know and put in the keyboard where you are watching from. So we have people here already from Germany, we have people from Israel, we have people from Belgium, we have people from Ireland, Romania, Scotland, from Spain. So let me know in the comments and live stream chat where you are watching from. And actually we have also one member here, Alexander Russo is also joining. So super excited for this stream. Let's have a look into the agenda. So you will know what we will talk about and when. So first we will dive into some breaking news, obviously what is going on the market. Then we will dive into the Nasdaq, which will be super exciting. And also I will dive with you together into what we can expect, guys. Okay, what we can expect when after those rallies the market goes south, what we can expect for how long, and why sometimes it seems that the overall market, the stock market, is way different what's going on the sentiment during the economy, and what people think, hey, we think the economy is very bad, so why the stock market is an all-time high and other way around. So we will talk about that, which will be quite interesting as well. And then obviously we will talk about Tesla. Tesla is as of this moment almost minus 10% pre-market. So very interesting what happens there with Tesla stock as well. Therefore, those are the big three topics, and let's dive directly in. Let's dive into China first, because there was an IPO that went up 85%. And when now you might think, you know, China is associated with the latest tech and so on, but no, it was actually bottled water, guys. Okay, bottled water non-fu spring is stock from China that debuted on the Hong Kong stock market exchange. Actually spiked 85% because it has huge profit margins. It was the hottest IPO in Asia that was awaited for this year, and I think there was like 1,154 pre-registrations to get a stock of, or get stocks of non-fu spring. So very anticipated. And if you have a huge demand for something, obviously, you know, if there is just limited offer, the price goes absolutely nuts. Okay, and this is actually what happens. So this is what you need to know. If you heard sometime from non-fu spring, you heard it here maybe first. So then we had some data from a very interesting company, which is the Ocean Network Express. It's a container shipping company, all right? And the funny thing is that, and I said this before, that looking at economic data, don't look only on the official data, but look on restaurant reservation, look on container shipments data, okay? On all of these things, you can see and have a very good view on how the economy is going on. And it seems that the container shipping staged a sharp rebound near Rona levels, and therefore, this is obviously super great, and it shows us that, a recovery is definitely going on. And therefore, it's super great for the people who are betting on some rebound stocks, especially in the shipping area. I think that today will be maybe a very good day with such a data that is being issued, right? So this is actually something that people and analysts and very big guys on Wall Street are looking at, how the overall economic data are moving forward, okay? So, for our space fans out there, right? Doesn't matter if you're a fan of Elon Musk or Virgin Galactic. Well, let's have a look what China is doing. China lands its first reusable spacecraft. That's an important breakthrough for them. For the very first time, the Long March 2F rocket launched and landed again. So as you know, this is one of the big breakthroughs for the space industry, reusable rockets, because otherwise it would be too expensive to make missions, and SpaceX actually did this first. So Elon Musk was obviously very a pioneer again, and now China is doing it as well. Before NASA, I haven't seen NASA doing reusable rockets because they are using the rockets by Elon Musk. But this is obviously an important breakthrough for the space industry. As more as we have this kind of new news, we will definitely move forward with the space industry in general, which is fantastic, right? I mean, as bigger the industry, as better for SpaceX, as well as for all the new pioneers that are going into the market, or the space investors, aka Virgin Galactic. Speaking about Virgin Galactic, as you know, the test flights are happening on the end of next month. In fall, we should have the next space test flights, as Virgin Galactic promised, and just a couple of days ago they announced that starting on the 22nd of October we are seeing new test flights. If you haven't heard about it, now you know. Now let's dive into the Nasdaq, but before we diving into that, let me have a look into the chat if we have some questions already. So there is some people asking if I will do a video over BlackRock. Yeah, why not? I definitely can look into the BlackRock fund, which is the biggest fund in the world. Very interesting. Then we have people from Scotland here, Israel, Naples, Florida. I love Florida, by the way, guys. We have Finland, we have Belfast, we have Australia, and we have Amsterdam, guys, okay? So I think that is quite fun always to see so many international people here in this live streams, because you have to consider that you have on those different parts of the world totally different timings, right? The people in Singapore have already late afternoon, while the people in US have very early morning, and we have midday in Europe. So this is quite fun to see that you all guys switching on, doesn't matter which time it is for you. Now let's go to the main topic here, okay? So Nasdaq future plunged 2% following tech's worst route since March, all right? And I made just a couple of days ago a huge video, guys, that got also a lot of views, about the overall situation, why SoftBank was one of the reasons why this huge rally was happening, right? Because they bought hugely amounts of tech assets plus some calls, and this triggered an overall run on those tech stocks. Obviously tech stocks was the hot commodity here, because those are the big winners. So SoftBank is not the only reason that everything goes up, but a big reason. So check it out. The thumbnail, I think the thumbnail looks like yellow or orange, and with the headline all is set up. If you're interested, but otherwise, I was very excited to see, do we continue where we started the last week? Because we just started the downtrend, and actually we continuing, all right. And let's have a look directly into the live data here on the stock market, and as you can see, it's getting even worse, all right. So as you can see, the futures actually started not that bad, especially here in the S&P 500, even in the positive section, and then went down now 0.6%. The Dow Jones almost neutral, and the Nasdaq is going even further down, minus 2.32% as of this recording here. So crude oil also doesn't look great. The VIX is a little bit going down, which is good, because higher VIX means lower stock prices in general. Then gold is going down also a little bit here as of this morning, and also here the GBP, the currency in London and England and Great Britain is going down, because there is a little bit worries about the current trade situation as well, right? So this is also interesting to know. Other than that, this will be the big focus today. What will happen with the Nasdaq, all right? And I want to show you a couple of things now, all right? I will show you a couple of things which will be important here. That, for example, if I'm researching what's going on and what the market thinks, and which things are actually playing a role in this crash, then you come to things like the Goldman and Sachs bear and bull market indicator. Okay, so this is like just a couple of estimations, how many people are bullish and how many people are bearish on the market. And as you can see, if you are seeing the left scale, it's showing us how many people are bullish on the market. And as you can see, as more people are bullish on the market, as it goes more into the red direction, because as more bulls, then it seems the market is overbought. And if we are going into the less and less percentage of bulls, then obviously we are going into a very oversold territory, which is good, right? So as you can see here, we are currently on those levels of 44, coming quickly down from 70. So this is quite interesting to see that we are going further down, which is a good scenario. But it seems that we still have a little bit of time to go even further down, which is a signal, or could be a signal, that is going that we are still will having some downturns potential in the market. Then let's have a look into one graphic that you should have a look now, because so many people are asking me, how this can happen, that we still having all-time highs after all-time highs, and I don't feel so great when we see this all-time highs and all-time highs. But I want to show you this, because even though over the last hundreds of years, right, we had always big crashes. Here you can see 1921, a 69% crash, then the 1932, 81% crash, then the 1982, 63% crash, and March 2009 with the 59% crash. And as always, the stock market went up, okay? Even though we had this big crashes, and those are huge impacts in the overall stock market, okay? This is not comparable to the current small correction that we're having going on, but it's more like the bigger ones that we had in March, for example, okay? So, but what I wanted to show you is the general trend. As you can see, is definitely that since 1877, okay, this is a very long time ago, until now, it's still going up. So this is the fantastic thing about stock market, that even we had the Second World War, the First World War, the stocks went up, guys. Okay, we have oil crises, we had domestic insecurities, and but the stock market, historically speaking, went in one direction, and this is up. And therefore, thinking long term about the stock market is so important. And therefore, those situations like right now with the market going down, those are those moments where you can buy your favorite stocks on cheap. So if you are liking this channel, if you are subscribed already to the main channel, maybe check out the second channel. I will start there some content beginning of October, okay? And also I want to emphasize for you to follow me on Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny. Do it right now so you don't miss any more content. The content continues there as well. And also make sure to like this live stream if you want to support this channel, and if you want to even have more than that, okay? Check out the join button below all my videos and live streams, and you can get access to my exclusive membership, okay? The join button below all the videos, there is all the information how to become a Wolf of Dubai member, all right? Now, let's have a look into one last thing, because people are asking me how it comes that I feel so bad in such a great crisis. Shops are closing, companies are getting out of business, and the stock market is at all-time high. Is this freaking normal? This is the questions that I'm getting here often. And before we diving into this question, let us have a look into the overall chat, guys. Okay, so we have people from New York City as well as of this morning. There's people from Asia where it's 8:25 p.m. already, okay? So fantastic time, prime time to watch this kind of streams. Put your seatbelt on today. Good to be a hell of a ride today, says GT Tiger. At what price you will consider adding more Tesla to your portfolio? I would, I'm currently, having an inflow of monthly cash flow, and I'm having the great sentiment into space stock, because I would rather, getting into the most conviction stock right now, which is space for me personally. And then once I have a certain position size, I would start, to add and look for other stocks. And if Tesla is in a region which I think now it's still okay valued, so if I would be finished with my space stock position, I would definitely look into the Tesla. But other than that, first building one big position that can 10x your money over the next couple of years, and then I can still spread it over the top conviction trades that I have out there. And Tesla is definitely one of them, but I see just more potential into space right now. Let me have a look. There's people saying my buy offer on Tesla is at 300. How about you guys? So as of this moment, we are having prices below 300, I think. No, sorry, it's 375, but we will look into the Tesla stock as of a few seconds. So then there's people from Singapore as well. Bright and sunny, 6:30 p.m. Fantastic. Okay, so let's have a look into this graphic that I hear research consumer sentiment versus S&P 500. Okay, the S&P 500 here is at the white chart, and the consumer sentiment here at the black chart. And as you can see, it was always that way. Okay, it was always that way, that stocks made a totally different thing than the sentiment of the consumers. And you have also the PMI index, which is different than the stock market. So it was always a little bit different, because you have to consider that also the stock market is something forward looking. Okay, so maybe sometimes you see trends in the stock market way ahead a couple of months and a couple of years sometimes as well. Like you saw this big race of the dot-com bubble, which was overbought at some point, obviously, but we had a fantastic ride prior to anybody sowing this much of a potential into the internet. But the stock market saw it first, a little bit overbought then in the 2000s, but then you can spend time on the stock market and you will see the new trends of tomorrow. That's the beauty about the stock market. And then you can also see here that since 2008 it went almost same, but then 2020 it separated again when the huge health crisis hit us. Okay, so you can see here the S&P 500 went just straight up, and the consumer sentiment is still quite down, almost the level that we had just after the crisis of 2009. So let's see if and how fast we can recover the consumer sentiment. This is very important because the consumer is a big part of the overall success of the stocks. And now let's dive into Tesla stock. Pre-market, we are at $373. This was as of this record and preparation of this live stream. So let's have a look how Tesla looks right now. All right, so here you can see the pre-market price is 10 or almost sometimes 11% less than it was on Friday, guys. And this is one reason is the stock market works a lot of times with expectation and delivery, right? So we had a huge expectation that the S&P 500 will include Tesla, which was not the case as of this quarter. So maybe the next quarter, because two different stocks were included. So big shock for some Tesla investors, and this is dragging the stock down. And I think we will see even lower prices if this continues. Even the Nasdaq here is almost 2.6% down. So I'm pretty interested still. If you consider that this is, you need to take it times 5 pre-split price, then we are still almost just a little bit lower than 2000 levels for Tesla stock, and this is still huge improvement, right? We are still having so much gain into the stock if you consider the last couple of months. So nothing to panic here. $390 billion in market cap, maybe 350 is a fantastic valuation for Tesla here. I would say even sometimes if you consider all the future projects there, maybe a little bit too less, but that's just my personal opinion, obviously. And I'm super excited to further movements of Tesla and as well as the Nasdaq in general. This will be a pretty damn ride today, I'm telling you that, guys. This will be interesting, but think about long term and you will be super happy that we're having this nice correction to load more, and those corrections are very important, very healthy as well. So stay tuned, and I wish you a healthy day on the stock market. Stay tuned, thumb up, follow me on Instagram, and I see you in just a couple of hours with my daily vlog. So I'm super much exciting. I hope you too, and stay safe and have a wonderful Tuesday.